smooth, streaming rapid rap contours through the radiant mesh of sound. Letting luminous tone shots bend the atmosphere into a rising up. 気分が跳ね上がる旅世界が一つ明るくなる。
Cardinally trajectory across the shimmering field.
Drawing tight syllables along the clicking vibration, winding within my stride.
Riding the forceful quiver of drum machine.
Strikes tightening underfoot.
未来を感じさせる光が胸の内に宿る。Binding my cadence to the upward drag of fast
Melodic pressure.
Breaking loose from the diluted shadow, dissolving behind my motion. Throwing my voice into the streaking corridor mapped by glowing coals.
視界線のよりなりまっすぐ突き抜ける Shifting clean momentum to the expanding resonance. Breathing sharp bolted into the vivid storm, circling my posture.
Letting swift hi-hat sparks draw ascending rails
気
ahead.
持ちが吸い上げられるように軽くなる Horn driving through the tonal wind, pushing vertic through the air. Step into the bright and sonic incline, trembling with energy.
Turning bright chord flashes into markers, guiding my direction.
心が跳ねるリズムと足取りが一つになる、
Circulating fierce clarity inside the resonance.
Then pulling heat from the harmonic surge, tightening around my voice.
Safety nowhere around voice, letting the rising feel.
Widen the path laid out before me.
未来へ踏み込むための勇気が息に宿る。
King pressure through the rushing metallurgic tear.
Breaking forward through the sonic framework shaped by swirling brilliance.
Bringing breath and cadence together in a bright surge of motion. 気分が弾んで胸奥へ風が流れ込む Stamping each line into the glowing scaffold of rhythm. Letting shimmer layers swell with every step I take. Floating upward velocity into luminous contour under my ribs. まっとうに伸びる道が光の檻で描かれる Running deeper into the charged air of this rapid climb.
Guiding my rap strokes along the rising vertical mesh.
Equal shiver upward like
Setting chords shiver upward like pulsing strands of fire.
気持ちの切り替えがそのまま加速を生む
Anchoring purpose to the bright compression forming overhead. Accelerating through tonal waves, shaking loose old hesitation. Breathing hard into the dense place, tightening around my stance. 未来を確かに捉える感覚が膨らむ Tracing radiant contours through the vibrant updraft.
Charging my lungs with electric push up and melody. Turning each phrase into a clean line.
Cutting through the brilliant air 跳ね返る勢いが足元から溢れ出す Sending fierce rhythm through the scaling cadence Breaking the last pockets of quiet Clinging at my back Driving heat into the upper slope of expanding sound
進むイメージが
進むイメージが鮮明になり体が前へ進む Forging bright momentum across the flickering ascent Breathing deep into the vibrant lift Swirling around me Rushing past the final edge as the atmosphere bursts into glow 未来へ向かう瞬間の熱が胸の奥で光る Launching the last took like a stormpath uplinker Soaring into the vivid sky
Feeling non-common sign. Go on, blazing by so loud.
Diving straight into the swirling rush of prismatic fire. I let the rhythm bite itself to my breath. 胸の奥で勢いが吹き上がるように広がる Streaming rapid rap flashes through the tensile corridors of sound.
Letting read and tunnel waves tilt the world into a steep rising angle. 気分が跳ねるたび空気が透き通る Carving pathways across the shimmering sand. Driving crystal syllables along the vibrating trajectory of the beat. Riding the tight quake of drum machine thrust tightening under my stride.
未来を描く感覚が無のな頂で響く Sowing determination into the sonic pressure Climbing upward, shedding the veil residues of hesitation Dissolving behind my stance
breathing sharp energy into the glow. Storm wrapped around my posture, letting metallic hi-hats flick lines of light along the rising path. 体がまっすぐ駆け上がるように集まる merging purpose with tonal wine pushing upward, charging breath through the vibrant layers, trembling beneath my ribs.
Breaking into fluid acceleration shaped by ascending resonance. 気分の波が一段高く乗り上げてゆく Moving alongside the soaring contour of melody. Pulling fierce rhythm through the luminous expansion of sound. Letting every bright chord scatter guiding sparks across my direction. 未来への流れを強く掴み取る Racing upward through the glowing mesh that grows denser above. Breathing the line power into the tightening slope.
Turning hesitation into vapor swept backward by velocity. 心がひらめきのように軽くなる Fueling cadence with a shimmering thrust, lifting the entire field of field. Riding angle beams of tone rushing across my chest, letting the resonant air spiral into a strong rising arc. 高まるテンションが胸を押し広げていく Carving motion into the radiant turbulence, streaming vivid intention through the bright and sonic tide, breaking free of every slow moving echo, fading behind my stride.
未来へ胸か呼吸が熱く脈を打つ Folding speed into my voice until it gleams. Mocking each measure with a spark bound drive that refuses to fall. Letting the trembling atmosphere wrap clarity around my aim. 足元のリズムが空へ導く道を示す Anchoring cadence in the burst of ascending melody. Accelerating deeper into the soaring tonal ramp. Breathing charge light through every contour of rhythm. 気持ちが空気中の光と一体になる
Riding against the vibrant updraft, sculpting a clean trajectory inside the bright compression of sound, firing determined lines into the sweeping sonic blaze. 未来が近く感じられるほど意志が強まる Pulling a final surge from the core of rising resonance, charging the last phrases with an amplified streak of clarity, rushing beyond the boundary with a climb peak. 気合の耳が胸の奥で大きく弾ける Unleashing the last hook like a Skyline Pulsebreaker.
Turning to the brilliant sky. Six men in flight. You're fly, fly. Jump, 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 jump. Leaping into the sweeping arc of blazing sync. No should I sink my breath to the trembling tempo. 胸の奥で勢いが弾けるように広がる Driving precise red lines through the radiant channels of sound. Letting luminous vibrations shape new pathways through the rising air. 気分が押し上がるたび景色が鋭く変わる Carving a clear direction across the shimmering climb. Sending syllables slicing through the vibrant mesh of rhythm. Riding the firm tones of drum machine drums bouncing beat my stride. 未来へ触れそうな予感が胸を澄ませる Anchoring purpose into each beat that leaps forward. Breaking through the soft margins of hesitation, dissolving behind my steps. Casting my voice into the bright streak, drawn by scaling harmonies.
ここが跳ね上がる瞬間に速度溢れる Fusing cadence and intention into one rising flow, breathing sharp focus into the flicker of expanding tones. Let metallic hi-hats glide like electric threads along the upward trail. 気持ちが風のように軽く舞い上がる Weaving force through the brilliant field of resonance, shaping motion through the radiant frequencies, trembling across my chest, locking my momentum to the swelling contour of luminous rhythm.
踏み出す勇気が全ての流れを変えてゆく Streaming rap
enter into each accelerated phrase, letting layer chords beam across the vibrant air like ascending markers, turning every burst of melody into directed propulsion.
胸の内にしまい込んだ熱が一つにまとまる Binding my cadence to the electric uplift, driving fierce rap currents down the blazing line of sound, letting the tonal mass expand until it fills the entire horizon.
気分が高くなり足取りが軽く跳ねる Seizing the bright rush, streaking across the stereo space, riding the high spread resonance gathering beneath my ribs, breaking open the threshold where doubt used to settle. 石のひらめきが旋風矢のように伸びる Forging my stance cause all I'm very inclined.
Breathing motion into the upward sweeping field of tone,
Carving my pace through the crisp glow of shimmering cadence.
流れ込む血のが視界を押し広げてゆく Letting the sonic flare drive clarity into my chest, driving rapid syllables through the roaring corridor of brightness, folding intensely into the luminous current bends with momentum. 心の奥から突き上がる感覚が息を強くする Mapping intentional crusades to the grid, scaling the brilliant air that stretches farther with each measure, letting the radiant blaze saturate my focus into a single line. 澄み切る瞬間に高まった気分が開花する Gathering inside the luminous motion that lifts the entire field around me, pulling every breath toward the bright crest ahead. 未来を照らす気流が胸を一気に突き抜ける Unleashing the final cadence across the expanding flight, launching the last hook like an Airstep Dynamo, bursting through the vivid sky, bursting into the rising tremor of shimmering into waves. Why stay or rise, stand to fade?
Let's go, hito kiwatsu. Honey, I got a first go round like currents through the flickering storm of tone, letting bright hungry ribbons split the air into streaks of motion. 気分が押し上げられる旅、視界が開く carving momentum through the luminous atmosphere expanding before me.
Trying tight clusters of syllables along the vibrant spine of rhythm.
Riding the shockwave drum machine drive thumbing beneath my stride.
未来を照らすような衝動が胸の奥で灯る Anchoring every breath to the upward tilting cadence, breaking the thin shadow of hesitation that once hovered at my heel, throwing my voice into glowing path, drawn by radiating chords.
火あの波が位置を定めるように背中を押す Weaving magnetic lines of motion inside the illuminated surge, breathing bright velocity into the tight weave of shimmering sound. Lay metallic hi-hats dance like bright sparks along the rising track. 踏み込むたび石がひらめきのように研ぎ澄まされる Feeling a rapid climb with expanded clarity, turning melodic burst into directional force erupting across the air, streaming determination through the widening vault of tone.
心の奥に眠っていた喜怒大工が旅動き出す Feeding fresh strength into the symphonic rhythm, shaping fiery motion along the luminous ascent, twisting under my reps, casting away the faint tremors of doubt, dissolving behind my stride. 気分の高まりが呼吸を軽くしていく Aligning my pulse with the cascading uplift.
'Venturing every syllable into a rising flame, spread through the stereo field, letting radiant sound lift the edges of my focus into sharp relief. 前へと伸びる足取りが一段軽くなる Thrusting cadence across the electrified terrain.
Gathering the luminous pressure beneath my voice, dissolving the feathered bursts into a thrusting cation into distant blow.
pressure building beneath my voice Dissolving the faded residue of hesitation into distant blur 未来へ伸びるラインが胸の中こうで光る Drawing a bright arc of motion through the layer sense
Charging my words with a vivid surge Pushing upward from beneath Running through the brilliant slope Formed by shimmering tone
気持ちがどこ密度の熱となって一気に流れ込む Letting clarity blend with the vibrant cadence Tracking the tonal rush streaming now round breath like bright wind Breaking through the accelerated halo Shaping the world around me
走り抜けるイメージが全身を開く Set a reincarnation to we're rising on the side Rolling conviction You gotta be the singing blinding But at every measure flooding Streaks of bloody Cut like guiding rails through the radiant data So bad luck 加速の原点になる Sending my final burst through the glowing atmosphere Launching the last hook like a flashbound igniter Splitting open the vivid sky Dive into the soaring glow of rising turbulence I let the rushing tempo fuse with my lungs胸の内で揺れた熱が一気に強く跳ね上がる Fine precise Rap streaks across the electrified field of sound
Letting luminous, fully venomous Split the atmosphere in the climbing bands of motion 気分が舞い上がるほど空気が軽くなる Carving swift direction through the radiant slope Rising ahead, drawing tight syllables along the trembling contour of the beats Riding the surging jolt of drum machine thrust Speeding beneath my stride 未来を仕込むような閃光が胸へ走る Aligning cadence with the charge ascent forming above me Releasing the soft remnants of hesitation Dissolving in the faint blur Throwing my voice across the prismatic track Caught by swelling chords 気合の波が内側からまっすぐ突き上がる Forging a rapid incline through the shimmering resonance Breathing intensity into the field of tone Bending upwards
Many metallic hi-hats Trees bright rails curling into the sky 心が軽く浮き立つように前へ進む Stitching clarity into the radiant turbulence Pushing upwards drawing heat from the deep vibration Gathering under my ribs Letting every luminous pulse stretch the space around my stance 気分のひらめきが火花の夜弾ける
Running with the bright compression Forming a vertical slope Riding narrow beams of melody Lifting the breath inside my chest Cutting through dissolving shadow of past hesitation 未来が鮮明に見えるように胸開く Driving crisp rap currents through surging lattice of tone Pulling clarity from the glowing layers Gathering against my voice Feeding determination into the steep incline of harmony 気持ちが波のように高く押し上げられる
Anchoring movement to the charged threads of vertical melody Letting rapid accents form a carved path inside the shimmering blaze Removing the final traces Slowing my focus from below 踏み込むたび視界がまっすぐに伸びる Releasing kinetic force into the brightened wind of tone Building velocity through the pattern of chords Trembling around me Drawing sharp breath into the rising frequency 未来へ進む勇気が胸を貫く Marking resolve along the glowing rails Streaking up the field Breathing through this world that expands with intensity Letting rising energy burn into a single upward line 気分が高く跳ね上がり足元へ力が集まる Driving the entire cadence into the luminous fountain you ride it by vacuum, succumb it to the dams of gold, letting brilliant ribbons of sound twist upward like streams of kinetic flame.
Get it, get flying, get funny, get rock out.
気分が持ち上がる旅景色が広がる Carving a path through the shimmering lift, pouring in from above.
Yeah, yeah.
Driving through syllables, through the vibrating tension wrapped beneath my stride.
Shaking up.
Riding the deep charge, tremor of drum machine force, shaking the ground.
未来を示すかすかな熱が胸の中これ脈打つ
Drawing my breath into the prismatic incline, unfolding ahead.
Keep the fading ahead.
Breaking the fading after images, hesitating, dissolving behind me, casting my voice across the bright rails, carved by swelling chords. ギアの合図が体にしっかり響く weaving intention through the luminous burst, exploding across my direction.
Hold my structure. Yeah.
Breathing into the streaking turbulence, twining round my posture, letting razor sharp hi-hats skip like spicing through air.
気分がふっと軽くなり速度が乗る Running cadence to the rising archery melody.
Pushing heat into the shimmering final, shaping the vertical path. Forming swift clarity inside the bright turbulence, swirling under my ribs.
未来へ近づく瞬間が息を開く Yeah.
Threading my breath through the upward surge of resonance.
Yeah.
Letting glowing tonal fragments flicker like markers along the ascent. Drifting with the convection of sound, tightening across my stance. 心が跳ねるたび熱が流れ込む Aligning speed with the luminous shift, tilting in the atmosphere. Charging my voice into the brilliant incline, lifting the entire field, letting each layer of tone expand like climbing sparks. 気持ちなち宇宙が空気の隅研ぎ澄ます Riding the slope of shimmering pressure, rising beneath each measure.
Drink attention, a pure directional force that won't bend. Firing my rap strokes into the electrified mesh ahead. 未来の気配が胸いっぱいに満ちる Feeding rapid pulses into the radiant corridor of sound.
Steadying my breath inside bright compression gathering above, letting the upward world flare out around my stride. 石が流れとなって足元へ流れ込む Final harass, the field grows more intense with height, pushing fiercely through the shimmering ascent, spiraling through the air. 気分のひらめきがまっすぐ前伸びる Mapping my motion across the sonic draft, rising beneath me. Lifting my stance with the radiant traction, filling the atmosphere, letting the layered blaze flood my chest with explicit direction. 未来に届く奇跡が胸の奥で揺らぐ Gripping the tonal currents, flattening upward, streaming determination through the brightening storm ahead. Breaking clear of every fading echo, falling behind my momentum. 気合の波が一気に駆け上がる Pouring my last breath into the luminous great sharpening beneath my feet. Unleashing intense cadence through the upper vibration, launching the final hook like an overrun Skycharge. Breaking into the ascending blaze of being, send turbulence, I let the tail
Running away from the softened trails of doubt dissolving behind me, casting my voice into the streaking path caught by shimmering chords 踏み込むたび意志が強く光をまとい始める Weaving momentum through the layered ascent
Breathing light born
Clary, light born, clary into the vibrating tonal storm Letting the swift flicker of hi-hats ignite rails the speed of my feet 気合の一呼吸が世界を押し広げていく Spreading fierce resolve across the widening currents
Turning each burst of melody into a rising strand of heat Driving my cadence into the luminous wave Bursting through the stereo field 心の奥から押し上げられるように力が湧く Aligning my focus with the steep climb of resonance
Yo, feeling every breath with a surge drawn from harmonic pressure Watching the shape of the world tilt upward with each measure pass 気分が軽くなり未来が近づいてくる Matching rhythm to the thrust of ascending tone
Shifting the internet, the sound carves new pathways ahead Letting bright intervals fold around my stance like kinetic wings まっすぐな意志がからが中央心で火を上げる Driving a straight vector of force along the rhythm spine Pressing heat into the rapid tonal vortex Gathering on my ribs Flashing fragments of melody Along the edges of my motion 未来に向かう風が腕をすり抜けるように走る Tracing a luminous arc across the expanding landscape
Building a firm climb with every accelerating breath Rising along the steep grade of shimmering harmony 気持ちを切り替えた瞬間に世界が澄み渡る Tightening cadence inside the radiant funnel Charging syllables with the illuminated thrust That carries me upward Letting momentum coil like a vivid surge Beneath my voice 胸の奥で跳ねる鼓動が家族のリズムを刻む Pulling rapid fire purpose into the tonal flare
Driving straight across the blazing contour that brightens under pressure Pushing through the wind-torn rise Shaped by trembling chords 進み続けるイメージが足元ふわりと持ち上げる Letting each beat align with the rising frequency
Charging courage through the intense shimmering slow Feeling the right mass of sound spreading through my chest 気分の波が高く突き上がり前へと流れる Building my ascent from every vivid metric Casting rapid intent through the haze of the upper climb Set my final cadence into the glowing peak of rhythm 未来を照らす光の火がまっすぐ伸びる Unleashing the last hook like a radiant surge Vector bursting into the open sky Bursting into the open sky
Rushing into the fast-building current of shimmering sin thrust I align my breath with the trembling
胸を揺さぶるような熱が強く立ち上がる Celebrate the smooth rap bursts into the vivid Lots of tone letting rhyme like fractures Push the air in the sweeping arcs around my stride 気分が湧き上がるたび空気が軽くなる Carving forward motion through the glow vibrational climb
Driving tight syllables along the rapid contour of rising rhythm Riding the steady quake of drum machine pressure beneath my movement
未来を差し込むような知らない気が胸を打つ Feeding the next beat with intent drawn deep inside Breaking loose from the soft traces of doubt Dissolving behind me
Hurling my voice into the prismatic track shaped by climbing chords 石の炎が石元で加速 We're folding my direction into the luminous surge
Endless clerics in the delecting shimmer spreading across stereo field Letting quick hi-hats streak like bright wires along the upper rail 気持ちがまっすぐ空へ突き抜けていく Stacking into motion against the intensifying resonance Shaping my climb with each breath pull through the rising blaze of sound Building pressure into every syllable until it glows with drive 心の底で眠っていた力が再度吹き上がる Within my stance to the sonic flare that pushes upward
Running alongside the tunnel beams flickering across my field of vision Carving deeper roads through the shimmering air 踏み出すたび未来が近くか感じられる Forming a clear vector inside the luminous turbulence Letting morning clouds go around my ribs like bright kinetic ropes Pushing expanded purpose through the glowing incline of rhythm 気分があのより軽く舞い上がる Aligning cadence with the quickening slope Rising through the vivid atmosphere that vibrates with pressure
Fueling every measure with a fresh surge of momentum 胸に走る鼓動が速度そのものへ変わる
Threading rapid currents through the dynamic tunnel gates
Slicing through the residual quiet that once softened my focus Breathing pure intent as the ascent tightens around my stance 未来へのラインが視界に強く刻まれる Embedding each word into the swelling blaze Letting bright chords flare upward as it pulling my breath along
Driving heights in motion through the bright terrain of sound 気合を入れるたび parade of sound
気に入れる tapping coop pad は一段開く Breaking deeper layers of resonance beneath my ribs
Breaking across the horizons by no melody Mapping my cadence through the spreading vertical rush 心が誘われるよりも今へていく Using every beat as leverage toward the blazing summit Resonating through every climb with unbroken confidence I accelerate beneath my sharpened intent 気分が熱をまとい足取りへ光が落ちる Spreading my rhythm through the shimmering airstream Forging clear ascent through the bright convective tide Breathing deeply into the flare of energy Cresting above me 未来を解き放つような感覚が広がる
Casting my final burst through the lifted current Launching the last hook like a Gearflare Horizonlift
Tearing into the vivid sky Accelerating into the rising swirl of shimmering synth currents I let the tempo snap tightly into my breath
胸の中気候で燃え上がる衝動が高く跳ねる Firing rapid rap contours across the vibrant grid of sound Letting streaks of luminous tone tilt the world into a sharp climbing angle 気分が吸い上げられるように軽くなる Carving the rush through the radiant pressure
Dreaming overhead driving crystal the boost with the tightening vibration Curl beneath my stride riding the concentrated shock of drum machine thrust shaking the air 未来へたどり着くための熱が胸を満たす Anchoring resolve inside Expanding arcs of melody Breaking loose from the soft and blur of hesitation Dissolving behind me Throwing my voice into the prismatic trail Illuminated by the
tension rising ahead 胸の奥に潜んでいた意志が大きく震える Binding cadence to the luminous ladder Stretching upward Turning every phrase into the rector force Pouring across the field Letting the whole sound cake lean toward the upper region of heat
未来を感じた瞬間に体軽くなる Slipping through the vivid lift with unwavering steps Driving symbolic bursts of rhythm into the rising Gliding airflow through glowing pressure Lining the atmosphere 気持ちの切り替えが熱の波を呼び起こす Forming clarity in the bright convergence of melody Breathing kinetic force into the rapid climb of sound Moving with the radiant compression Gathering yeah, on my chest
心がこぼするようにテンションが跳ねる Carrying my cadence across the upward bending rail Breaking free from every muted remnant lingering at my back Letting shimmer frequency build high beneath my momentum 足元に響く鼓動が軌道を描くように走る Threading breath into the luminous roar of ascent Driving sharper rap strokes into the shifting upper layer The tonal glass stretch into a long band of rising fire
踏み込む意志が一つに集まる Racing alongside the quickening beam of sound Holding my stance steady as the fatal tilts with brilliance Breathing through the vivid contractions Shaping the sky's outline 気分の高まりが速度そのものへ変換される Charging the last phrases with the surge of luminous power Guiding the closing bursts across the blazing tone Launching the final hook like a Fluxgate Overclimb Cutting into the brilliant sky Dashing past the tunnel race fans out across the sky
Dashing into the surge of radiance and currents Twisting upward, I line my breath with the pulsing tempo 胸の奥で火花が踊るように高まりが走る Threading fierce rap lines through the luminous bands of sound Letting shimmering tonal charge flick across the rising atmosphere 気持ちが前へ押し出される旅視界が開く Coming direction to glowing sonic layers Driving crisscross dust of syllables Into the widening blaze of rhythm Riding the pressure from quake of drum machine Thrust vibrating under my stance
未来へ伸びる意識が鋭く研ぎ澄まされる Folding conviction into each measure that climbs Breaking loose from the slow moving residue of hesitation Dissolving behind me Casting my voice along the elevated rails of shimmering cadence 心が浮き上がるほどテンションが駆け上がる Forming motion from the blazing contour of melody Letting bright chords unravel across the air like streaming fire Pushing determination to the vibrant lattice of tonal surge 気合を込めた瞬間に即抱かねる Drawing hiphop deep resonance Cooling beneath my ribs
Fusing bright harmonic pulses with the intensity spreading through my chest Tapping rapid hi-hat sparks Skipping like currents along steel edges 進む力がまっすぐ背中を押すように強まる Streaming my breath into the rising zone of brilliance Aligning purpose with the shimmering path unfolding ahead Rewiring hesitation into clarity sharpened by the ascending field 勢いが広がり体の芯まで気が灯る Charging each syllable with the lift of the glowing stealth speed Walking my stance with the upward thrust of energized tone
Riding, expanding resonance that wraps around my posture 心の奥で眠っていた衝動が目覚める Carving straight into the tilt of ascending melody Letting the vibrant current twist into an arrow band A movement runs the fading fragments of doubt Scattered behind my focus 気分が踊り出すと景色が明るくなる
Forming a tight momentum that builds across each measure Slicing through the electro-bright field of rising harmonic force Breathing courage through the height of the evolving cadence 未来を意識する旅路でが込み上げる Let
Letting my voice carry through the glowing terrain breaking into the radiant swell of surging synth currents. I let the fast rising tempo thread itself through my breath. 胸の奥で震える熱が一気に強さへ変わる。
Sending sleek while flashes cross expanding lattice of sound. Letting bright to no arcs jump like streaks of kinetic lightning through the air. 気分が浮き上がるたび視界が開く。
Carving my line through the luminous turbulence forming overhead.
Driving crisp syllables along the tightened contour of melody.
Riding the deep undercurrent of drum machine pressure.
Shaking beneath my stride.
未来の手触りが胸深くへ。
Hero gotta align my move with the soaring ascent channeled by each chord.
Breaking loose from the fading blur of hesitation falling behind.
Throwing my voice along
The reliant force on the radiators carved by upward spiraling hum.
気合の芯が一つにまとまり前押し出す Merging cadence with a vivid flare surrounding my stance.
Breathing sharp clarity into the energized air. Trembling around me.
Letting hi-hats scatter like electric grains across the rising lane 気持ちが跳ねるたび風が軽く舞う
Feeding rhythm into the luminous mesh that pulls me upward.
Drawing warm compression into the tone Shifting beneath my ribs
Shimmering layers build an ascending arc toward the sky. 胸に灯った勢いがそのまま加速になる。
Shaping direction through the bright vertical slope Cutting swiftly across the prismatic resonance Streaming above
Breaking away from the dull remnants.
Dissolving into the distance
未来を照らす音が胸をまっすぐ貫く。
Charging each syllable with upward driven intent
Letting melodic fractures widen the path. Rolling before my stance.
Tracing bright rails through the homogen pressure field
自分が波のように足元へ流れ込む。
Pulling breath into the heated contour Guiding my stride
Turning urgency through the blazing corridor of sound.
Turning each measure into a step rising through the widening
未
lift
来へ伸びる意識が強く脈打つ。
Drawing precise rhythm into the upper wall
Starting with both sides.
Raccoons D-watching storming rapping now we stand
Lighting their own style.
Crossing inventions like heavy magic stairs Sowing my final surge beneath the fast climbing harmony
Casting my art free, play through the breaking crest of resonance.
Launching the lasso like a Chargedrift Elevation
Erupting into the vivid sky.
Letting compress and release Like a radiant pulse under my chest
心がひらめく瞬間に速度が伸びる。
Elevated blaze with refined clarity
Feeding determination into the surging spiral building overhead.
Carving a clean vector through the shimmering charge of sound
息遣いが未来へ近づくたび軽くなる。Binding rapid motion to the tonal pressure rising in my path. Running along the streaking incline where the world tilts upward. Breathing through the flare that shakes loose the last fragments of doubt.
気分が光の尾ひで高く跳ねる
Sculpting momentum through the glowing vertical expanse.
Forging my cadence
Through the shimmering corridor growing brighter each moment.
Letting the tonal blaze outline A sharp track against the sky
未来をつかむ感覚が胸の奥から湧き出す Gathering my final surge
Beneath the fast climbing harmony
Casting my breath through the breaking crest of resonance
Launching the last look like a Chargedrift Elevation erupting
into the vivid sky.
空気が澄んでく Carving a direct ascent through the shimmer layers ahead Driving sharp syllables all along the amplified trauma of the beat Riding the persistent quake of drum machine Pressure shaking the ground beneath my stride
未来へ進み出す感覚が胸の内を照らす Folding fear certainty Into the accelerating light is a melody
Breaking loose from the diluted remnants of hesitation Dissolving behind my steps Throwing my voice into the fast expanding channel Drawn by glowing chords 意志が一線となりまっすぐ突き抜ける Shaping a clean vector within the rising brilliance Breathing surging clarity into the radiant storm Tightening around my posture Letting metallic hi-hat sparks fly like bright segments across the air 気持ちが跳ねるほど足取りが軽くなる Binding my cadence to the growing tilt to shimmering tone
Boosting strength with every wave bursting beneath my ribs Letting each chord flare color the atmosphere I'm on my stride 未来へ伸びる軌道が未練の不覚で描かれる Sweeping my breath through the ascending turbulence Holding sharp rhythm in the charged cradle of tonal pressure Running past loosened shadows that once clung to my focus 気分が上向く旅世界が軽く浮き上がる Igniting fears drive along the beam of climbing sound
Editing my rap strokes with the luminous surge Expanding in all directions Letting it harmonic flashy sharper than the atlas 心が速さ受け止めて強く震える Channeling heat across the prismatic ascent
Breathing kinetic tension into the tonal art forming under my voice Turning every accelerated breath into a pillar of rising momentum 未来へのラインがはっきりと輪郭持ち始める Guiding my step through the bright pressure folding skyward Letting rising resonance curl like burning wind across my chest Drifting with the concentrated flare Lifting the air
気分が一段跳ねる旅スピードが乗る
Firing crisp syllables along the radiant incline
Breaking the lasting strands of doubt Framing behind my stance
Letting lips of harmony push the atmosphere upward
目に走る鼓動がそのまま前へ進む力になる
Scanning tent inside the brilliant rush blooming overhead
Motion through the electric contour Vibrating across the
Free my motion through the electric contour Vibrating across the field
Charging breath with the deep surges Spiraling through a symptom
未来と感瞬間が足元から立ち上がる Racing through the vertical flood of prismatic sound Lifting focus through the radiant frequency Tightening around my lungs Setting every measure blaze with unwavering thrust 気合にノイズがfilling all I else しながす Gathering a final burst
Leaping into the radiant tide of ascending sin distortion I let the trembling tempo seal itself to my lungs
胸の奥に上がった熱が今踊り上がる Burning my aerodynamic rap lines Through the shimmering grid of sound
Letting write my harmonic threads unfurl
Light sparks in an electric sky 気分が跳ねるたび景色が澄んでく Carving fast direction The luminous corridor rising above Driving precisely levels
On the energized contour of melody Riding the dense vibration of drum machine Shock beating beneath my stance 未来へ寄り添うひらめきが胸に流れ込む Aligning breath with a steep tonal climb Breaking through the faint trails of hesitation Fade behind my motion
Drawing my voice along the prismatic spine Traced by swelling chords 気合が線となり足元をまっすぐ押す Weaving clarity into the illuminated turbulence Opening ahead
To unfold with the end into regular spiraling right like that Still letting hi-hats
Scatter like flecks of lightning across the rising lane
気持ちが軽く舞い上がり前へ吸い寄せられる Channeling fierce rhythm through the tonal blaze
Shiver when the scenes and find racing true Each breath pushing through
harmonic wind lifting the entire field,
Tracing radiant bands of sound
climbing past my periphery.
心が浮くように
Fresh が広がる
Getting wet
歪が胸揺らぐ Funneling determined breath into the shimmering crest.
You're being moved Drill men to the tonal drop Thickening overhead Breaking steady air into rings of accelerating sound
気持ちが波打つたび速度がにじみ出す Binding with one breath into an unbroken climb.
Lifting my posture through the bright convergence of frequency Letting every chord fluctuate in the next step of ascent 胸の奥で跳ねる鼓動が心労を照らす Blasting through the upward arch with sharp cadence Riding the glowing swell Curving like molten air across my stance Breathing motion through the radiant compression Mapping the skyward track 気分がひらめくたびスレンダーの景色が開ける Threading fierce vocal lines through the storming gradient Charging the air with the luminous tension of a rapid sequence Letting the climb expand beyond the flickering threshold of tone 未来を捉えるための意志が胸を突き上げる Focusing straight Bending upward Casting layered brilliance Flowing from chord to chord
Breathing forces falling into the swaying and the pressure.
気合の合図が胸に強く刻まれる Launching my closing sprint into the brilliant cascade
Letting the last hook ignite like an Aeroforge Uplift Tearing into the vivid sky.
Launching into the swirling radiance of ascending seed Tone 7 I grip the tempo as it looks into my lungs 胸の奥へ押し寄せる熱がするく跳ね上がる Firing sleek rap currents across the bright intention of sound Letting luminous tonal arcs twist upward like widening electric trails 気分が上がるたび世界が軽くCovering my right rim through the glowing atmosphere Forming overhead Driving crystal levels along the charge counter of the beat
Riding the vigorous tremor of drum machine Thrust shaking the air beneath my stride 未来への見取り図が胸深くで描かれる Aligning breath to the tonal gradients Deepening with each measure
Breaking the final dust of hesitation Drifting behind my motion Throwing my voice into the illuminated sweep carved by shimmering chords 心構え跳ねるたび足取りが軽い Stitching falls into the reading and turbulence spreading ahead Breathing clarity into the shimmering pressure Curling around my posture Letting hi-hats skitter like bright splinters of speed along the vertical lane 気持ちが空を駆け上がる風のように舞う Weaving determination across the prismatic ascent Folding rising energy into each breath Resonating through my ribs Letting melodic pulses widen the luminous runway Lifting my stride
未来へつながる線が鮮やかに現れる Absorbing the warm compression that tightens in the upper air Driving crisp rap strokes into the glowing corridor Unfolding above
Breaking the thinning shadows Dissolving behind my focus 気分のチャイルがそのまま加速に変わる
Gliding across the high-end blaze Forming in the sonic vault
Charging breath with shimmering fragments Gathering near my voice Letting radiant wave shift the field into sharp tips 胸が開くたび速度が増す気配 Tightening cadence Through the pressure line descent Tracing the bright incline Caught open by trembling chords Racing alongside total currents Rising like heated spirals 一歩ごとに死の光が深く灯る Binding my stance to the rushing fabric of sound Breathing hard into the contour Expanding upward with heat Letting rhythm ride the vertical beam straight
acceleration, blending my motion with the brilliant turbulence forming overhead, letting chords climb like strands of fire,
Tightening through the air
未来を捉えようとする気持ちが一気に宿る
Channeling rapid syllables along the upward facing rail Breaking limits that once clung to the edges of my breath Funneling heat into the rising tension Drifting above my stride 気分が光の粒をまとって跳ね上がる Directing moment to the bright surge Aligning the path Breathing deep into the vivid cadence Shaping the sonic skyway Casting my voice against the flare of ascending frequencies 未来へ昇る勢いが体に満ちる Rushing headlong into the luminous climb Amplifying strength with every measure hitting the air Letting the upper flare vibrate around my ribs Like electric wind 気持ちの高まりが前の奇跡を描く Releasing my last surge across the radiant incline Launching the final hook like a Blitzflare Updraft Streaking into the vivid sky Breaking into the shimmering uplift of brights and torrents I let the tempo weld itself to my lungs 濡れ奥でひらめく熱が勢いよく立ち上がる Fiery clear up currents Across the radiant matrix of sound
Letting up a driving tonal ribbon Split the atmosphere into luminous lanes 気分が跳ねるたび視界が軽くなる Steer my stride along the glowing ascent Expanding overhead Driving sharp syllables To the vibrant tension Building under my steps
Ride the high density quake of drum machine strike Shaking the field beneath my stance 未来へ差し込む光が胸に深く浸透する Aligning my breath with the energetic thrust of rising harmony Dissolving the last remnants of hesitation Fitting behind my motion Throwing my voice into the charged pathway
Charge drawn by intensifying chords 意志が線のようにまっすぐ伸びていく With clarity through the adversary surge Breathing hard into the shimmering turbulence Coloring the air around my posture Laying bright hi-hats Art like quick sparks across the towering climb
矢の波が体の内側から押し広がる Building a clean vector through the swirling vertical lift
Feeling each measure with the internal blaze Swirling beneath my ribs Tracing my cadence along the molten contour of rising tone 心が浮き立つように軽やかになる Pushing through the radiant compression Guiding my direction
Letting melodic pressure redraw the entire horizon of movement Charging the air with fierce resolve Braided into each syllable 気分が高め上がり加速が続く Shaping a path inside the luminous flare Allowing bright fragments of resonance to expand Beneath my steps
Breaking forward through the rapid contraction of sound gathering around me 未来をここ出す Straight like a胸る調子集まる Drawing fresh momentum from the concentrated tunnel updraft Lifting my voice into the vivid canopy of accelerated melody
Breathing strongly into the glowing mesh that climbs with each beat 走り抜けるイメージが仕事を支える Mapping my motion through the layer blaze
Riding the inverted cascade of tone that tilts the world upward Exhaling intent into the saturated light Swirling across my stride 気持ちの切り替えが全てを明快にする Stabbing rhythm through the brightened field of ascent まっすぐ進む Running along the beams of resonance stretching skyward Forging intensity into a towering thread of breath and motion Turning tonal shift into ignition Feeding my climb 気分に躍動が胸を突き上げる
Wrecking